really big topic as the baby boomers are getting older is the cost of health care and how much it would cost to go to nursing homes or have someone come into our home and take care of us. I guess, why is this such a big topic if we have Medicare? I mean, won't that just take care of us?
I wondered the same thing, and I'm a baby boomer, but I wondered, okay, Medicare is this insurance that I get when I get 65. It's made just for us, people that are aging. It's our national health coverage for people that are aging.
Mm-hmm.
So why is everybody talking about the medical expenses of aging?
Exactly.
I get it now. So let me help you get it too.
Okay.
Medicare covers medical things like going to the hospital and having a surgery or going to the doctor, or if you have the right plan, it'll cover prescriptions. But there is this type of care that we need as we age that's called custodial care. It's not medical care. It's help with doing all the things we need to do around the house to take care of ourselves. So they call them activities of daily living. And the way that I remember them is I think about what all I do when I get out of bed in the morning. So the first one is being able to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, that's
The
good.
second one is going to the bathroom. Doing some personal hygiene is number 3. Then getting dressed is number 4. I probably have some medications I need to take. And then feeding myself. And then if I have to pay bills. So if you can remember the order of things that you typically do things in the morning and add the paying bills to it, those are the activities of daily living.
Oh, I love that.
And as we get older, we need help with those. Usually the first thing that I see with my clients is the bathing. So the shower is slippery and wet, and we become less stable. We now have realized as we've gotten older that a fall can change our lives.
Yes.
And so we really don't want to get into that wet, slippery thing while we're unstable. And so that's what I see people first need help with, is just being able to take a shower. And sometimes, you can put the grab bars, you can put the seat, but sometimes you just need someone there because you're afraid you're going to fall.
Yeah.
And I've had a relative myself that, actually fell and was kind of stuck in the tub, but afraid to call anyone to help because they were stuck in the tub.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's the first thing people need help with. Well, that's not a medical expense because you don't need to go to the doctor or the hospital, but you need to have someone there to help you.
Sure.
The second thing is usually finances. And after we turn 80, our mind does not work as well in that area. And it starts to deteriorate. So sometimes we get confused, and that's why the predators try to scam all of the people that are 80 and older. They try to scam all of us, but they're more successful with the people that are 80 and older. And so with those two things, when you need help or any of the other activities of daily living, there are options. And the thing that most people do is they look for a family member to try and assist with that. Maybe have my daughter come over when I'm going to take a shower so that if I need help, she's right there. But if I need a little more help, let's say that I need help getting dressed every day, that's probably going to be more than my daughter can handle because she's got her own life and her own family and her own responsibilities. I sure don't want my son helping with that. I think most of us don't want any of our kids, but that's kind of our first line of defense. So then there are what are called home care companies, and there's 1,000 of them in the metro area, and you can hire somebody to come in and help you do like housekeeping and to help you get dressed and bathe and all of those types of things. Help you to remember to take your medications, because that's a big one to forget too. But once you start needing much of that, it becomes cost prohibitive. So it's about $20 to $25 an hour to have someone come in and help you with those. So you can see where if you needed 4 hours a day, that's $100 a day. Yeah, all of a sudden you're at $3,000 a month and you're still going a lot of hours without any help. So what a lot of people will do at that point is look at all of these big, beautiful assisted livings. And I'm sure that people that aren't in the industry or, don't know, why are all these assisted livings being built?
Yeah.
And it's because people like me are moving into them. And it really offers, I think, a better quality of life for people. We think we want to stay home, but at home you become isolated. You can't get out as much. You don't like to drive after dark. Maybe you don't like to drive at all. And so it's real difficult for you to have the social aspects that are so important. So the assisted livings can really be expensive, but not as expensive maybe as staying at home, where you have to pay somebody to do your yard work and the maintenance. You're not going to be changing your furnace filters or cleaning your gutters, all of that kind of stuff. So you don't have to pay for that if you're in the assisted living. They take care of all of that. They do the shopping, they do the cooking, they plan your social, they clean your apartment. So you can use all of your energy then to have fun instead of doing the work thing. So that's one of the things that I like about it. But it can be, like I said, $4,000 on up. They can be very costly. You can go as high as you'd like, or you can stay in a less expensive one that are still very nice. There's also a lot of people that have dementia or cognitive impairment these days. And they are not able to stay at home alone. It's not safe for them. And so they need to be in a memory care facility. And those usually start out at $5,000 or more because they have a higher level of care that they need. So again, they can be costly, but you're now looking at safety is a huge impairment to, or a huge thought of what you need to be thinking about for your loved one. And then finally, if we get to where we can't get out of bed by ourselves and even get into a wheelchair and tootle down the hallway, then we end up having to go to a nursing home. Now, nursing homes are not quite as nice as the assisted livings. They're the 1950s looking buildings that are all one story, and they probably got the original tile in there. But the thing about them is that when you need a lot of care, you can't get that in the assisted living. The nursing home's the only place you can get that. They usually start out about $8,000 a month.
Wow.
So now you can see when we talk about the cost of care as you're aging, and what people are worried about is it can be anywhere from $20 to $25 an hour to $8,000 a month. And we could all go through our life savings pretty quickly with that. And that's one of the areas where we are really able to help families, is if they take the steps in advance, we can really help them protect the nest egg that they've accumulated over their life. So if families have saved their nest egg, or most families have, they didn't plan on spending that in a nursing home or paying for that kind of care. So that's something that we can add a lot of value and really give a lot of families peace of mind about what's going to happen if the journey takes us in that direction, and we can help them to protect assets.
Sure.
So that is what we're talking about with the cost of getting older and taking care of yourself.
Well, and it's just so confusing as you are aging and you have things like Medicare and Medicaid and assisted living, and what if I'm okay to stay at home but my spouse needs to go to a memory care facility, and now that's 2 sets of bills. So again, just having that planning ahead of time sounds very impactful. So thank you for all that information.
Oh, thank you, Deanna.